Previous video we discussed about some of the cut features or cut content that was removed from the Assassin's Creed games. That video gained a good response, and keeping in view the good response from that video, we decided to make another video on Assassin's Creed cut content. We will try to cover some more things that were cut from the Assassin's Creed games. So, without wasting any more of your precious time, let's get right into the video. In Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, as you know, the game starts off with a bang. The whole villa gets attacked by Cesare Borgia, but Ezio luckily retrieves his hidden gun, hidden blade, and the hidden poison. But according to his comment to Leonardo da Vinci when he meets him, he states that he lost every Codex invention, although he only lost his second hidden blade. Well, if we go in depth, then he was also supposed to lose his poison and hidden gun during the attack on Villa. And he would have recovered those by using Leonardo and his inventions, because Leonardo remembers his every single invention. Assassin's Creed 3 was Ubisoft's most ambitious project back in the 2010s. It was heavily promoted and heavily teased, and fans were hyped about it a lot, as this game was going to focus on the American Revolution, with accurate representation of the historical accurate cities that existed back then. One of those cities was Philadelphia. Philly was supposed to be a major part of Assassin's Creed 3's story, but they wanted to create the city as historically accurate as possible. But because of this, the city wasn't optimized for gameplay and parkour, not to mention that the performance loss was heavy, and because of that they cut the whole city out and it was only featured in one of the game's cutscenes. So this is why Philadelphia was cut, which was going to be one of the most biggest locations in the game. Unity and Syndicate went through a lot of changes during the early stages of development due to Sergei Hascoitz's meddling. The writer for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Jeffrey Yohelem, was going to be the writer for Unity, and planned for the modern-day character to witness multiple Parthian settings, such as the 100 Years' War and the French Revolution. This project was too ambitious, so it was toned down, with a single female character traveling between France and London. Sergei intervened and Yohelem moved off, because of which the female character was turned into Arno, Paris was turned into Unity, and London was turned into Syndicate. Now, Yohelem was writing Assassin's Creed Syndicate, but Sergei intervened once again. Because of Sergei, we got Jacob, while originally in the original draft for Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Jacob wasn't going to be in the game. And if the addition of Jacob wasn't enough, Ubisoft cut Evie's role from 50% to 25%. But after Assassin's Creed Unity's launch and its poor reception, Ubisoft forced Syndicate to rush 3 or 4 sequences of the story, and the game's tone was changed from dark and gritty to lighthearted, because the developers believed that Assassin's Creed Unity was too dark, and because of that we got the Assassin's Creed Syndicate that we know now. We all know Assassin's Creed Rogue is considered quite an underrated Assassin's Creed game. The story of that game was magnificent, but it was slept on. Many people did not like it, but if we talk personally, we enjoyed that game. That game had a few cities, which were mostly recycled from the previous Assassin's Creed games. Much of the assets were reused from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and Assassin's Creed 3. But some sources suggested there was going to be a second major city in Assassin's Creed Rogue, and many people believed that it was going to be Lisbon, the same city that was destroyed in the prologue for Assassin's Creed Rogue. But there is little evidence that supports this theory. What we can do is only speculate and do nothing. What do you guys say? Let us know in the comment section below. As we said before in a previous video, Assassin's Creed franchise was going to be completely different, as we all know that the plot of Assassin's Creed 3 was focused around the Grand Temple, the same Grand Temple which served as a major plot point in Assassin's Creed 3. That temple served as a mean to protect the world from the Great Catastrophe. But in the original draft for the game, the Grand Temple featured an artifact which was capable of time travel, and Desmond would have used that artifact to prevent Juno from destroying the world, and the Assassin's Creed franchise would have turned into a time travel fantasy type video game. But this idea was removed because it contradicted the lore of Assassin's Creed. Because if the Isus were capable of time travel, then why didn't they time travel themselves to prevent the Great Catastrophe? And there were a lot of reasons why this thing was cut, and we learned about this from Desmond's voice actor Nolan North. We all love Assassin's Creed 1 for its unique dialogues and story and the game's atmosphere. But along with some other things, Assassin's Creed 1 was also going to feature hunting and side quests in the Kingdom region. Assassin's Creed 1's Kingdom region served as a basis for traveling in other cities. And as we mentioned, hunting was going to be a part of Assassin's Creed 1, with Altair using his hidden blade to hunt various animals. But this thing was removed. Maybe because of time restraints or technological limitations, or because it was the first game in the franchise and they didn't want to experiment this amount of stuff, as they weren't sure if this game will do well or not. But after the great response from the fans, hunting returned in Assassin's Creed 3 and side quests returned in Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed 3 featured Hayden Kenway, one of the most intriguing and mysterious characters in the Assassin's Creed franchise. Hayden was a lot mysterious in Assassin's Creed 3, where we knew absolutely nothing about him. We only knew a handful of information about him in the game's novel Assassin's Creed Forsaken and Assassin's Creed 3's bio. Everyone believed that he was an assassin turned Templar. In keeping in with this thing, Assassin's Creed Rogue was originally going to feature Hayden Kenway as the main protagonist because the title Rogue fits Hayden perfectly, but they contradicted Hayden's storyline in the game and much of the things from Assassin's Creed 3 were completely changed in Assassin's Creed Rogue. And this is why we didn't got Hayden as the main character but instead a side character. In the original draft, we could have saw Hayden kill Reginald Birch, the Grand Master of the Templar Order before Hayden, and because he was responsible for Edward's death, so he could have killed him. Rogue was going to be a grand project, but somehow it got turned into a game that most of the people don't remember. And these were some of the things that got cut from the Assassin's Creed games. In this video, we decided to pick some of the most interesting things that got cut or removed from the Assassin's Creed franchise. We hope that you guys loved and enjoyed this video. If you did, then be sure to give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe for more interesting content like this one. Also, let us know in the comment section if there's something that we missed. We're hoping to see you in another interesting and amazing video. Till then, take care and goodbye.